Well, hello and welcome to Ask a Bestselling Author. My name is Dr. Angela. I am the author incubator, and I am joined today in the incubation tank by bestselling author Majeed Magarabon. He is the author of Fearless Leadership. And today's question, Majeed, I feel like we need the Jeopardy music for this one. A lot of people just don't like writing. And some people even just have injuries where they can't sit and write. So the question is, how do you write a book if you don't like typing, you're not good at typing, you're not good at thinking on paper? What do you do?
Well, I'm one of those people who doesn't like writing. And I didn't write it. And I didn't ghostwrite it. I spoke it.
Love it.
Spoke the book. Now, I can do that. That works for me. You ask me a question, and I can produce content, so to speak, right? So I just had a smartphone, iPhone, clicked the dictation button, started talking, and it turns it right into text right in front of my eyes. And then I went back, and I'll tell you what the insight was, and it's my reason why I don't like typing, is because when I'm typing, I'm also editing at the same time. So mid-sentence, I'm going back and I'm saying, that doesn't really work like that. And then I'm done with the sentence and I'm evaluating it. And then I'm switching between creative flow and analytical adjustments and analytical editing. So when I just went with the speaking, it's all flow. I was just imagining my ideal reader sitting in front of me and just explaining it to her as I would in a conversation. And then we did the whole editing as a completely separate phase. So I didn't type it. And I didn't edit it as I was producing, and that made all the difference for me.
Love it. So you can dictate your book. I've heard people use Siri or the dictation software on their computer or their phone. I've heard people get transcripts, so record it and get transcripts. And then people talk about like Dragon software or other like dictation software. You used your phone, you used the dictation software on an iPhone. Pros and cons. What do you think? Are you glad you did it that way? If you had to do it again, would you invest in some different technology or transcripts? Or?
So the reason I did it right on the phone, using Siri on the iPhone, I tried the Dragon software, it didn't work well for me. The reason I did it is because our program that we did 3 days to done, I had to have the content ready to submit. So I didn't have the time for the turnaround, which might have been 2 or 3 days. I have done interviewing other people, hiring a transcriber. It's very affordable. Spent a couple $100 and it was really accurate. So the accuracy is going to be higher on a transcription service because it's people actually transcribing. Whereas there were a lot of misinterpretations from the phone, but I was able to go back through the text and fix it myself very quickly. So one's free because it's right on your phone. One might be a couple $100, not going to break the bank. So it's a preference. I think if you want it all exactly transcribed, then you hire someone for a couple $100. Or if you don't mind changing the typos yourself and you want to do it for free,
faster.
Or if you need it faster,
Nice.
That's it.
All right, so that's the newsflash. You do not have to write your book. You can speak your book or dictate it. And when you do, we want to hear about it. So join us for another episode of Ask a Bestselling Author.